I'd just like to talk to you a little bit about the finer points of the permaculture design. There's many ways to approach it, but I'm going to show you what we did in this particular site. First thing is we moved these big boulders down here at the base of the growing system. They were kind of scattered around in little rocks and raised beds that weren't working out great, and what they are is thermal mass that absorbs heat from the sun during the day and then dissipates that heat overnight and helps regulate temperature in the growing system, keeps the plants happy. They're also an erosion barrier and habitat for a lot of small creatures that live in the garden. You want to help them too. So we just started putting some mulch in this swale, and a swale is basically a ditch and a berm on contour, and they're level so that they hold water evenly. This one holds about an inch of water, and the way that's achieved is to put a segment in that's called a level sill spillway. So this portion of the swale, the berm part of the grow bed, is lower than the grow bed but higher than the base of the swale by about an inch. So when the swale fills up, it's holding an inch of water throughout its entire expanse. And there'll be another spillway at that end, and so on and so on. So the reason this is nice and wide is to prevent erosion. Water comes over here very gently and leads into the next swale. And that's the basic premise behind this, is to hold the water in place so it has time to absorb into the system. The mulch does a lot of good things too, prevents evaporation, habitat for microcultivators, and starts to break down and create new soil. So you can amend from the top, and decomposing material is going down in the system, so you're building soil both ways. What we did here, this water feature, I always like to put water features into my systems, and we just happened to find this piece of membrane for free, so it was no more than digging the hole. And this is integrated directly into the system, so it's fed from a swale on the high ground on a level sill spillway there, and then drains into this swale, which continues through the whole system. And this bank here is an overflow in the event of a high water incident. It won't just spill out everywhere. It'll go back into the system very gently, preventing erosion. And that's the basis behind a swale system. And it's demonstrated all over the world how efficient they are in desert areas. This particular area, the ground's incredibly hard, and even water hitting it for days on end is barely getting a half inch into the soil. It's running right off the property, and just you can see like nothing is living here. It's barely holding itself together. And since we've done that, we've moved a lot of these plants, and everywhere we've moved them, the plants have started growing better. They're in a better system. They're getting a little break from the heat. They're getting a little break from the sun. Okay, well, that's about all I have to say for now. So until I have something else to tell you about, we'll talk to you then.